my experience with music, which, to be honest, in a lot of aspects is limited compared to some other artists who are really doing, taking on music full time and really delving into the artistry from that angle. I'm someone who I'm working full time as well as making music. So I've kind of have my feet dipped in two different worlds. One being like a corporate, more linear, structured world, and then the world of music, which does have its structure with, like I mentioned earlier, marketing and selling your brand. But it's the foundation is this creative space, which is this artistic identity that you've created for yourself. And so, as much as sometimes we want to take some of our work ethic and strategy of like what we see in the corporate world and apply it to music, that's not always gonna transfer well. For example, like there's some days where it's like I want to roadmap everything, right? Like I want to say like, okay, in 2 weeks I'll have this release. In a week I'll have the mixing and mastering done for this. And that's good to have that structure. But sometimes that can actually hurt you because it's stealing away that mental energy that you need in a creative realm to actually make the art you want.
That is such a good, I never thought of it like that. Cause, I spend so much time analyzing and kind of looking at every aspect of my business, looking at numbers, looking at trends, looking at all these sorts of things. And it's like, Craig, you could be making a track right now. You could be making good music,
One thing, I'm not sure if I can speak for all artists. When I say this, I know I can speak for myself, is I myself as an artist, I greatly underestimate the amount of mental energy it takes to be creative.
Oh my gosh.
You can't schedule creativity. You can't say, okay.
Say that again.
You can't schedule creativity. You can't say, okay, at 6 o'clock, I am going to be creative and make something amazing.
Say it. Woo, that is so true. Oh my God, I'm experiencing that right now, actually.
And it's tough to sort of beat that into your brain because we're so used. And when I say we, again, I'm kind of being anecdotal because I'm kind of talking about my own experience. But I am so used to when I have something that needs to be done, I put my head to the ground, I grind, and I get it done. And you're gonna drive yourself insane. You have that level of stubbornness when it comes to making art. And one thing you have to realize is it's not, I've said this before, either online or just to my friends, but it's not about how much time you have in the day. It's about how much mental energy you have left over to do the things that you want to do. So it's like at the end of the day, at the end of my work day, let's say it's like 5 o'clock and I have nothing planned and I have like 5 hours in my day to make music, but I've used up 95% of my mental energy. That's going to be 5 hours wasted because I'm not going to be able to do anything,
Yeah, you're just going to veg out and play video games, right? Because that's what I do.
I'm going to make an 8-bar loop. That's the most boring, predictable 8-bar loop ever. I'm not going to take any risks. I'm not going to do anything cool sonically. That's why, when I started streaming, when I very first started streaming, I was like, I'm going to have a schedule. Every Tuesday, I'm going to do this. Every Wednesday, I'm going to do this. And that's fine. But understand, if you do that and you say, Tuesday is going to be a creative stream, understand there's going to be Tuesdays where you're not going to be creative at all because you just can't schedule that. You can't schedule, inspiration. You can put things in place. You can put different workflows in place that kind of put you in a headspace that makes the probability of you making something that you really enjoy higher. But a lot of it's not very predictable in that realm. So you have to be kinder to yourself and be more generous with the time that you give yourself to allow that mental energy to be reinvigorated. You know what I mean?